They'll be calling you a radical. God, I gotta find a fax machine. Gotta find a fax machine. Now, I want you to think about this. This is the insanity of the Nuclear Energy Crime Syndicate, who I call the Untouchables. Ooh, what's that smell? What's that smell? It's a dead whale in Carmel. Clint with his 25-year-old wife. Disturbing. So, consumption junkies, what you're now, I want you to seriously think about it. Oh, those Japanese, they're the best technology in the world, which Japan was taken over. It was occupied by the United States. The United States runs the whole show at Japan. It's the 51st state, Yalta by the sea. What if Churchill used to poison FDR? That'd be Stalin. Before the bombs. What happened to Wallace? They found Truman. You think Wallace can drop those bombs? Oh, hell no. So, now I want you to really think about this. All hands on deck, all hands on deck. I want you to really contemplate and think about this really hard. The narrative comes out in this reactor. This is the biggest nuke reactor maybe in the world. It's one of them. That's debatable. The one in Russia, we have that big ugly monster, Paliverte, in the desert. Now, you know that in Japan, the only reactor's been restarted. 50-something reactors went offline. Oh God, they got to have rolling blackouts everywhere. No rolling blackouts, none, zero. Same here. Oh, they shut down San Lavery, the hottest summers in a row, like 6 in a row. Since shut down the center, no blackout, because they're just fucking liars. They're total liars. So, really, honestly, just sit down and contemplate this as much as you can. The Untouchables, they run the world. They run the media, they run the cover-up. I mean, it's incredible. These fucking evil killers. He punched the wrong fax button. Now, this is 2019. Japan. The robot kings. We got to get another robot in to see that freaking core. Where's the core? It's all over you. It's in your bone marrow. It's going to kill you, by the way. It's going to kill us all. It's going to shorten our lives, all of us. John Holdren, make it so. He did his PhD on eugenics. Look it up. Barack Obama for prison. Oh, fuck yes. That's the greatest derelict that ever fucking went. He's the one that started this whole madness, and then the handoff to Abby to Trump. He punched the wrong fax button. So, when the meltdown, or their say, happened at this reactor and released whatever happened on the earthquake, by law in Japan, you have to, the plant manager has to notify the governor, the mayors, all of them. That's what he did. So it's a meltdown. They circle the wagons. 48 hours later, they come out and said he punched the wrong fax button. Now I want you to sit real honestly think about that. Now I'm putting up a series, The Extinction of the Salmon. Tomorrow is Little Bighorn. That happened on June 25th. You know, I believe. The death of Custer, you know. So the natives are selling salmon. The natives are just as bad as, I mean, there's nothing native left. I mean, Kevin Blanche. I mean, there's a few. China. I'm a native. I was born here. You know, in America Vespucci, you need to learn to speak American. I even hate that. Native American? Don't call me an American. I'm not from Florence, Italy. And I don't speak Italian. Bravo, bravo, magnifico. I don't speak fucking Spanish either. That's what America Vespucci spoke. I speak a little bit. What am I saying? You know, they call me Kevin So go ahead. So there's the Fukushima workers up there. Going in 90-second intervals. I want you to really think about this. So the natives are selling steelhead. So the steelhead are going to go extinct. So I'm going to start my countdown to extinction. And I'm telling you, it's a catastrophe. So anybody that thinks the cause and effect. Basically, these 4,600 and some odd videos of Kevin Blanche, the greatest PhD in human history. Cause and effect. Cause of Fukushima? Nuclear lies. Lies, lies. Quote her in the Battle of Chernobyl in 2006. Worst thing that come out of those reactors was not cesium, was not iodine, was not even plutonium. It was lies. You know, I'm not waiting 33 years to make an HBO documentary. I've known the entire, by the way, it's a gem, I love it. But, you know, quit patting yourself on the back and start doing some Fukushima work. Fukushima's way worse than Chernobyl. I mean, 2 + 2 is still 4. Go in fucking denial just like you did Chernobyl for all those years. Ha! Fukushima's way worse. So the cause and effect. So first you hypothesize the knowledge. They're going to lie, they're going to lie, they're going to lie. These are major meltdowns. It took me a 1.5 years to convince anybody who's even one meltdown. Only person on earth that was calling them meltdowns, including Arnie Gundershield, who told me they were hydrogen blasts, including Chris Busby, who threatened me when I was in the hospital, including Helen. She's still worried about number 4 freaking tipping over when it blew up. You know, and I know Helen. I mean, she's such a denier. They're all deniers because they're funded by the Beyond Nuclear's 100% funded by the nuclear industry. That kid's gonna do a video with me. I talked in. He recognized me. He's from California. What are they going here? Oh God. What are the social? You know, that's another thing. Social Security scams, these scams. Why doesn't the government could go after those people and clean it up? Oh, they're in foreign lands. Fuck, they don't care. They love it. Our government is not our friend. They're our fucking enemy. They attack us daily, all day, daily. Ask Radnet. What's that? So, the cause and effect. They're going to lie, they're going to lie, they're going to lie. It's going to fucking give you leukemia. I got leukemia. It's going to fucking collapse the ocean in an acute way. Tide pools are going to go, and then the Chinook salmon will be the smoking gun. Look, it's hard to count tide pools. You know, and I've done it, though, historically. At historical low tides. It's not easy what I've done. Those fucking up and down the entire coast, and I've got them. You know, a couple hundred of them. Right there in God and everybody to see it. Historical tide, deader than hell. You didn't believe me. How about the salmon class? We don't count humans in bone marrow. HIPAA laws, HIPAA law. Oh, I do. I do all this work. But we count every salmon. I mean, it is the smoking gun, especially on the Columbia. Because thank you to Oregon for, you know, I've held their feet to the fire. They've told the Army Corps Engineers to fuck off. Which, by the way, the Army Corps Engineers classified me. It's Fact Jack, whistleblowers. I love her. You know, a grassroots activist. Oh, we can't have those. You got to be affiliated. It's just YouTube. It's just fire. It's just will. So, record returns of salmon in 2015. The average Chinook salmon, on average, everybody talks 4-year cycle. No, 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 no. Average is 5. They can go up to 8. Go up to 100 pounds. So the run's over. My number's going to be dead on again. They had almost 1.4 million. My number in 2015 was the same as ODFW, WFW, NOAA's. 2016, I'm the only person that hypothesized. Everybody thought it was crazy. That's the collapse. It's acute. That's the smoking gun of Fukushima. The Stillhead started to collapse right on cue in 2012. It's the smoking gun. It's all right because they all come home. They live in the Pacific Ocean. They all come home. Every fucking one of them is still alive. But, you know, oh, just hundreds of gray whales washing up. Too many. Too many sea lions. Too many fucking consumption junkies with their apathy. So, the greatest PhD in human history, I think it's unarguable. I think it's unarguable. You know, you can go into denial, you can turn your back on me. And everybody's like, what's with the art? Warhol called this out in real time. Michelangelo called it. What did Michelangelo say about art? It's nothing but a form of communication. That's all it is. The guy right here on this university. That's my old art school right there. I was in that building when this was a gym. It's a joke now. The Water School of Art was right there. Dr. Hanley died, by the way. I'm going to do a piece for him. Another one got the Watts curse. He had leukemia, but his evil cousin killed him when we were #1. Oh, he was in Timothy Presence. All-American football player. Oh boy, there was no messing around. I graduated Mikado. That's the Japanese Royal Family. Yeah, only 17 of us. He didn't mess around. He loved me. He treated me with respect. His evil cousin, dementia, got him. Way too young to die. Where'd you sleep last night? Slept in dead fucking pines. With the sun, Fukushima, Japan. Oh, it always shines. The salmon numbers are the small. Oh, we got early Chinook run on the Columbia. Sockeye run in Alaska on the Copper. I like Copper River freaking selling sockeye as they're selling sockeye as Copper River. They're not Chinook. I mean, they make cat food out of that. We got an early run. So the early run's not your friend. Why? Because they're starving. They don't run on because it's warmer water on temperature. It has nothing to do with it. They run on sunlight. That's what salmon do. And so, on the Russian River, on the Copper, it's just early, which is not good. The Chinook are just as horrible last year, even worse in southeast. You know, so the Columbia is the big one. It's the great drainage, the great giant drainage. So the natives put in 700 nets this morning. 700. So here at the, who knew? Kevin Blank's the scientist, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, the artist, Michelangelo. He had to live in fear his whole life. He called it all out. The panty painters, they painted all over his stuff. Guy right here told me, he says, well, I remember when art used to be a form of communication. What do I mean used to? Still is. Use the genre of the day. What's the genre of the day? YouTube. It's just the wool, it's just fire, it's just oil paint, it's just a fresco. It's just YouTube. It's still communication. They all forgot how. Ooh, what's that smell, Clint? It's a dead well and coming out. As I call it, the council, or excuse me, the council, sorry. The judgment of Solomon? No, the judgment of salmon. So we'll do countdown to extinction on this stillhead, and they're on the verge. I'm telling you. And why is that so scary? Because their life cycle's so short. The ocean's too warm, it's too cold. And by the way, this whole warm ocean conditions, that ended a long time ago. The ocean's actually been colder than normal in places, most of it, the Pacific. And by the way, everybody says, how long till it gets around the world? Fuck, it got around the world in days. Fuck, that bridge that landed on Gold Beach, Tim's there right now at Gold Beach, it's a catastrophe. And that's the Columbia, it's fuck, way worse than this whole hyperbole, that, oh, great nation in California. What lies. What fucking lies. You know, the number on the Columbia doesn't lie, as long as I hold them in fire. They told the Army engineers to fuck off. Oregon puts them up. Let's extinct them, huh? You think that's a big deal? First came the god of salmon. The native culture is just as fucked up as this. There's nothing. I mean, everybody thinks there's just some romantic, you know, Nez Perce, Navajo, Ute. You should hear this idiot on the Shoshone. On the bear, Darren, oh my God, he's pathetic. I mean, they're just as consumption junkied out as us. They've been poisoned by these fairy tales. So, think about this. I want you to think about this. Really think about this. You sent the wrong FAX at a nuclear reactor in Japan. Fuck. I believe them, don't you? Let's get my favorite tree in here. One of my favorite trees. I love this tree. What are you, a fucking tree hugger? Come at me. You wanna fucking go? You wanna throw down? Let's throw down. I'm not afraid of you. Fucking punks. Fucking hire trolls and rats to go after me while I'm in critical condition fighting for my life. The greatest PhD probably in human history. Well, I think it's undeniable now. So back in the tide pools, you know, it's going to be early in the morning. The last tide pool, low tides we've had have been in the middle of the fucking night. You can't shoot fucking video in the middle of the night. Number one, it's against the law. You drown yourself, you get a waterbed. It's dangerous work what I do. It's historic and it's incredible work what I do. Wall full of cancer. Remember, dumping 2 Carmel tide pools? I almost died there with a Feldorf valve. That's where I fell and broke my hand. Cracked my head in the La Jolla training facility. Kevin Blank training for the fucking 2020 games. World record holder. 2020 Tokyo. Dead tide pool jumping. They punched the wrong FAX. The judgment of stillhead salmon.